Uh, we've been talking a lot of relationship stuff on the pond lately. I mean, on the clubhouse lately, and it kind of brings us to our subject for today. So here, I'll just let you guys check this out. Watch this.
Caleb, because obviously his name is Caleb, and he's a designer at West Elm. And he's on all these dating apps, and he's messaging girls, love bombing them, sending them amazing Spotify playlists, and then either ghost them immediately before the date or after a few dates. And he's done this to hundreds of girls, it seems like. One girl posted it on TikTok, and then another girl was like, wait, that happened to me. And then another girl was like, that happened to me. I mean, you guys, look at all of these videos. It's insane. All about West Elm Caleb. But anyways, what side are you on? Do you love West End Caleb, or did he ghost you? Parcel has some merch. Link in bio, go check it out. But that's who.
All right, so
Yeah.
there's this guy on one of these dating apps that I don't know anything about.
Thought
His
it was
name is
TikTok.
Caleb. Huh?
Thought it was on TikTok.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, you mean when he initially set up the shit? Okay, I get it. Go ahead.
So he's on this dating app. I don't know nothing about it, but apparently he's been, hooking up with chicks or whatever, going through the internet dating thing that I guess, people do. However, it kind of got revealed on accident that he had, this is a dude that's in New York, that he had, that there were similarities in the stories between a variety of different women who were on TikTok talking about the shit where they had been ghosted by this dude that seemed to be so wonderful, right? Mind you, Frank, this dude checks all those boxes, white boy boxes and shit, right? For the hot value man and shit, right? This dude is 6'4", good looking, athletic built. He's some kind of furniture designer where he gets his name from because he designs furniture for this company called West Elm. I guess that's something popular back east or whatever.
Furniture company, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a furniture designer, 6'4", good looking, young, apparently no children. And more importantly than anything else, right, he was, a lot of women found him attractive. Enough women found him attractive to where when things didn't work out, they started a whole hashtag about this motherfucker on TikTok. Hey, Ro, still looking for you to come back in and do the online tarot reading for Nick Mo. I want to get y'all in the box and put that up. So holler at me when you want to link up, bro. You already know the biz. So anyway, this Caleb dude, right? We saw his picture. This dude checks off all the boxes for a desirable man in his particular sector, and probably in ours too. For a lot of sisters, they probably thought his ass was sexy as a motherfucker too.
And probably in his inbox.
He wasn't what the package advertised, right? I'm saying this as leniently as I could possibly come up with, right? Like I'm giving I'm validating everything that these women are saying, right? I'm accepting all the shit that they say as being true, right? That, he was this wonderful guy, the conversation was fire. This motherfucker was sending people playlists, you know what I'm saying? He was, waking up with inspirational messages in the morning and, at night, and then either right before the date or after a date in the case where, those of them actually went out on a date with him, he shook the spot. Now the question becomes for me, number one, how wrong is he? Number two, what is the landscape like, the digital landscape like, in terms of what is moral and immoral, when you're dealing with, dating. Remember, we're not talking about, this is not a dude who had a woman and, was having long-term affairs with 8, 9 different women and hiding these affairs and lying to them or none of that, right? Um, I think that in one of the cases, one of the women, one of the very first women who had discovered that she had went out, that her and another girl were talking about the same guy, she had said, "Oh yeah, well I hooked up with this guy on whatever the dating app is, and yeah, I went on and linked up with him. I figured I would put him in my arsenal, right?" So she loading up her chambers, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
with
right, right.
A, B, C, and D, right? But now somehow this dude is fuck boy of the year. Literally, what he is being called New York's fuck boy of the year, right? No, most eligible fuck boy. That's what they call him. New York's most
Okay.
eligible fuck boy. So my question is, how? Number one, what did he do wrong and how bad was it? Number two, what is the landscape like and what are we supposed to do in those scenarios? And number three, how fucking viral, virulent is it for a whole group of people to band together and dox this dude? This dude's name, address, place of work, and everything is out on the fucking internet now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gave a shit about that. You know, I can imagine he's receiving all kind of fucking threats. His picture, his TikTok fucking page, everything, right? And really, what we're talking about is, nobody was physically harmed, nobody was victimized by the R word, nobody was emotionally abused. From all intents and purposes, every
I mean, but you
story
can't say
is
that.
that these women had a good time.
I mean, well, but then but I mean, but what you can't say is that they wasn't emotionally abused. At some point, they felt the emotional attachment because they felt a certain kind of way when he ghosted them. So you can't say that they wasn't emotionally abused. May not be in a terms and tense as in sit your bitch ass down. We're not talking about that. It's more in the fact that he he did all that, and let's just say he fucking did a lot. He did all that. He was putting in all the fucking time. Like I tell one of my girlfriends, bitch, you got time. Like she smoothing these niggas at 7:30 in the morning when they call and like I want to wake up 5 minutes before they call and make sure I'm fresh. I'm like, you're doing too fucking much. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like he was doing a lot. So I don't appreciate. I don't like that in my relationships. Don't come on strong and then fucking fall off. So, but I felt like he was doing too much just to turn around and ghost them. So you can't really say, they may should not have had the emotional attachment that they did, but they did. And again, I'm not saying it to where like it's not like it's not public knowledge that he was doing a lot. He was putting a lot of time. He was doing this. You stated that he did all these things. So, like why? Like
To
you
be nice. You can't be nice now. Then all of a sudden, that's doing too much. So you used to a motherfucker just be like, man, fuck that. I ain't gonna call it. What's up, ugly, or whatever. Suppose he's just a nice dude.
up until a point that you just couldn't be a man and said, "Hey, this just not working for me."
Okay,
Because
well, that's something
again,
different.
no, 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 no. Again, when you're doing too much, that doesn't give anybody the notion that you finna back the fuck up.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's something different.
If you still out here doing the most every fucking morning, when I wake up, I got a Kenny G serenade on my phone. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the most.
And then you just stop hollering at people. I
And
mean,
then
I guess I
and
don't
not
know. I
even
don't
that,
think that's bad.
you didn't give the women the closure that they needed. And I'll just leave it like that because
Oh,
that covers every round
oh.
up that hey, you didn't tell me what went wrong, and you didn't tell me if you didn't like me. I followed his purpose. I thought the date went well. What
So
if it went wrong, where did it go wrong? And hey, was it me or really was it just you? Because sometimes some people will tell you, baby, it was not you, it was me. I thought I was ready, but I really, really wasn't. But again, he was doing way too much to turn around and do this. That's all I'm saying.
So I feel that in this day and age where you do be meeting people online or whatever, and I'm pretty sure he didn't had his fair share of being ghosted himself, and I'm sure that people fucking
They
walk
did.
off all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucking home run or a walk off motherfucking touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating, we gone. Like we don't owe the crowd no motherfucking encore or nothing like that. I mean, that's just how that shit go nowadays. Everything is so impersonal. So I
Well,
don't
okay,
think he
you know
would
what?
think of it
It's
like
funny
that.
that
You
you
know what I
said this
mean?
because men can't because now you're about to make me go on a high horse.
I
Y'all
mean, it's
can't
wrong.
keep saying y'all want a motherfucker in their feminine power or want a woman to be a woman when you going out your way to emotionally abuse a woman and then wonder why she a little hard or rough
Whoa.
around the edges when she gets to
What?
the next motherfucker. See,
So
I
so
don't think
you
you,
and
I
it's
don't think
because
you
of statements
I
like
don't
that.
think you can make I don't think you can make that natural assumption that somebody
right.
But it's
That's
wants
what
all
I'm
in a
just
saying.
what he's
relationship
Suppose my
wants
saying.
to
man is
Like,
just an
abuse
all
you
around nice guy.
because you
wasn't
didn't
nothing
get the
fucking nice
result that you
about
was
what he
looking
did.
here. Well, what I'm saying is this, right? You made a real big leap. You know what I'm saying, right? To get to be somebody being emotionally abused. When we talking about talking and dating on the
Now, should they have
phone.
been a duck? No, they should have fucking known better.
No,
But
so what
all
I'm
I'm
saying
saying is
is
that
this.
he
All
went
I'm
out of
saying
his
is
way
this.
to make
All I'm
them
saying
feel
is
that
this. He
comfortable.
didn't go out his. I don't think that he went out his way at all. And
Right.
it's exactly what Frank just said.
Right.
You penalizing this dude for being a good motherfucker, a nice guy. This dude was checking off all the fucking boxes, right? If this dude would check this here, right? I'm going out with a chick, right, or whatever. I meet a chick on a date nap and shit, right? And I check off all the boxes, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind, considerate, fucking thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking sweet, romantic. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that she looking for. I got my bread is up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no fucking kids and shit,
There you go.
that I got to be fucking dealing with. No baby mamas that she got to be arguing with. Like, I check off all the fucking boxes. I'm a good motherfucker, right? And we at the dating stage. I just met you, do a dating app or whatever, and I'm just doing what my mama taught me to do in terms of
Nice
being
dude.
a gentleman to a
Right.
woman who I'm just meeting and I'm trying to build with, right? And then for some reason, right, I don't feel you.
Okay.
Why it can't be you? Why it gotta be me?
That wasn't the argument. If you listen to what I
No,
said
she
that
said that though.
I said he was decent up until the point that he ghosted them.
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying, right? Uh,
Everybody deserves a
so again, you only looking at the good shit that you got, right? But and then the criticism only comes when you stop getting it, right? Without an explanation, right? Because you feel like you deserve an explanation. What if giving you an explanation is just too uncomfortable for him? What if he didn't feel like shit? We just dating. I ain't fuck her. I ain't took her. I don't owe her no money. You
you
know what
know
I'm
what?
saying? I ain't
If he's
established
not
no
ready,
relationship with her kids. We just dating, and guess what? You ain't the one.
I'm
if
over it.
he's not
You
if
Like,
he's
feel
like,
me?
not
like, like,
if
like I happen to be the one, right? For you, right? Because you pissed off that I ghosted you. So apparently you wanted my ass to stick around, but I didn't stick around. So that says you wasn't the one for
okay,
me.
but you're not saying that. But you're not being a man
Yeah,
that
you get
you're not
Why
being a
does he
man and
have to?
saying that.
This is what
All
I'm
I'm
trying
saying
to
is why
say.
the fuck you gotta hide? Why
no
you
no
Because
couldn't
what I'm saying,
you
wait,
know,
where's hiding
it's
though?
hold on, and it's not about you feeling uncomfortable. I
at
personally have
what
a
point do
problem that
you owe
lead
somebody an
if you didn't lead
explanation?
me to fucking believe that
At what
anything was
point do you
wrong
owe
and
somebody
you
an
just stop calling
explanation
me all of
for
a sudden,
disappointing
because
them?
this is a real fucking subject. This some real shit that fucking happened.
Now, you're still
But
not hearing me, sweetie. At what point? At what point in developing a relationship or meeting somebody and being on that dating cycle, right? At what point do you owe somebody an explanation for not feeling them?
You
but
would
wait,
hope that it
before
was
you
just
answer that,
hold on.
before you answer that though,
You would
think of the
think that it
time.
would just be the right thing to
Hold
do
on.
if you just
No,
and I'm
you're
not
still
saying
not answering the
hold
question.
on,
But
Keith,
You're not
before
answering the question
and
though.
I'm not saying that uh, would would you do it?
be,
You're not
just
answering the
under
question.
Understand before you answer it, though.
Like I said, I
I'm saying,
wasn't.
yeah,
My thing
I'm
is
saying-
that why he just couldn't let them know.
Okay,
Right.
well, understand the times we're in, though.
That's all I'm
What I'm
saying.
saying to
He
you
was
that
entitled. He was entitled to feel the way he
And what
feels.
I'm saying to
It
you
was
that you
just that it was
consistently
fucked
are
up how
not
he
hearing
did
me
it.
say, what I'm asking you that you consistently not hearing me say, because I don't think you have a very rational and reasonable answer. At what point in a dating situation,
You need more tissue?
meet somebody, dealing with them on Facebook, Instagram, the dating app, text, FaceTime, whatever, at what point do I owe them an explanation that you
Of why you
ain't the
bounced?
one? No,
Okay.
that you ain't. No. Remember,
No. Let's be real.
Let me
You
finish,
fucking
Shell.
bounced.
Let me
You
finish,
ghosted
Shell.
me,
Let me
so you
finish.
bounced.
Let me finish.
If you
Remember,
wasn't feeling me, it was just one thing.
no.
But you bounced.
Remember. I'm getting to know you, right? I'm just dating.
Man, come on now.
What we're talking about was what really happened. We're not talking about, somebody being in a relationship and you didn't caught feelings and, this nigga didn't spent the night at your mama's house and you took. We ain't talking about that. That ain't what this scenario is at all, right? We're talking about a nigga on a fucking dating app like Tinder, swiping right, swiping left.
But he was.
Listen,
But hold on. But you even said that he was known to do the most up until the date.
Well, that's what
No,
they said, though.
But I'm saying it was still said that this dude was doing the fucking most.
But you still not getting to. It's not doing the most. The dude was just a good dude.
Right.
The
It's
dude
only the
checked
most
off
to do.
all the boxes that
so
the
up
women
to-
wanted.
So up
Every
until the
last
point
one
that
of
he
them women that
ghosted
had
him,
something
can
to
we
say
call him
about
an
his
asshole
motherfucking ass.
after he
They
ghosted
wanted the
him?
relationship.
Just couldn't be
hold on.
man enough to
Every
tell him how he
single
felt about it.
last one of them who was complaining on TikTok wanted the relationship to continue. Every single one.
On my
The
podcast.
nigga was checking off all the boxes. He had
So
nothing wrong with it.
So you say.
So here's the
if
thing, right?
you say it couldn't have been like
So
I
what, he
said,
just
then
don't
who
date?
makes it like you? You know, at the end of the day, I mean, like you said, was painting to be a good dude. Maybe he wasn't such a fucking good dude because
But we don't got no, but
well, we
all
don't.
the evidence,
And you're right.
all
we
the
don't.
evidence that we got.
It.
Look, Shell, I know you want this motherfucker to be the villain. But everything that we know to be the facts, right? Everything these women
It's
said,
not that I want him to be the
none of that
villain.
shit painted
Like
him
I
as
said,
being a
he
villain.
was
None of
entitled.
that shit was, he didn't abuse nobody. He didn't run over nobody. He
All
didn't
that
fuck
fucking time
nobody
he
and
put
just take
in,
advantage of it.
all that time
Every
he put in
fucking
with them
thing
chicks,
that
so
they
he
said,
didn't owe
every
them
single
nothing.
thing that they
No
said
type
this
of
nigga
explanation.
did was
If
he
that's
was a
what
good
we come,
motherfucker and this nigga just disappeared.
if
And I
that's
don't
what
know
we
why
come
he
in the dating
disappeared.
world, that you're gonna do all that, and then don't even have the decency to even just tell me anything. Hold on, anything. Not that hey, I love you, I hate you.
Saying not
You
having
didn't
decency, but you're
tell
not
me
answering the
anything.
question. I keep asking you, at what point do I have an obligation to tell you that you fucked up, that you ain't fucking?
Should, because it's a decent fucking thing to do.
When
you feel it, when you feel that way.
So you saying to me that every nigga that you ever gave your number to, every nigga that you ever talked to,
no, but guess what? I want them to fucking be man. No, I know some fucking assholes. I wanted them to be man enough to come back and do it, so I wouldn't be sitting here on this podcast and say I knew some dumb motherfuckers who couldn't give me the fucking
ask the goddamn question.
So yeah.
What I'm saying to you is every motherfucker that you ever talked to, every nigga that shows some interest in you that you didn't know where it was gonna go, you just meeting the motherfucker. You mean to tell me every nigga that ever tried to get at you, you sat down with them and had a whole long ass conversation about why you ain't trying to fuck with them? Come on, man, you didn't ghost motherfuckers too. You just stopped calling. You stopped answering the fucking telephone. You stopped sending texts.
He did the fucking most. So why? So if you did all that, then why can't you just say something?
What is doing the most?
Especially, I'm sorry.
So what you're saying is, like Frank said, in order for this nigga to have been okay, he just had to be a dickhead. And then when he ghosts you, then it's okay. If the nigga's a good motherfucker doing all the good nigga shit and he ghosts you,
we don't know that.
He's fucked up.
I mean, look what he did. Look how he fucking ghosted him. At this point, can we say he was even a good nigga?
Hold on though.
I
Yeah,
don't.
because that's what all the evidence
I
say. But
don't.
here's the thing.
All
Here's
the
the thing.
evidence say he
Here's the
was.
thing.
Fuck
Here's
him.
the thing. That's why they was
All
mad.
the evidence,
Here's the
every
thing.
chick, every chick
Here's the
said
thing.
this nigga was. It was beautiful. He was so sweet. I was falling in
But now
love.
that we look at it,
Nothing
so
wrong.
now that we
Nothing
look at the
bad.
scenario and what the case count was, he had a record of doing it. So does that make him a good dude, or does that just make him that he was just fucking
It
preying
makes
on
him a
people?
young nigga single out in the dating world.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Plus, you gotta understand, I ain't
That's
got
why I
no
keep asking
obligation
you,
to
at
none of
what
y'all.
point am I
None of y'all.
obligated
Why you
to
can't
you
just
on
at the end of the
anything,
day,
right?
or at the end of the day, just be like, this was a great day. This is a great night. Wake up. I don't hear from him in a couple of days, and just go on about your business. Like,
I
why
mean,
does it
'cause
have to
no,
be an issue
I
after that?
mean, I'm just saying, said no female ever.
Right. But why does it have to be an issue after that?
What I'm
Oh,
saying is this. Look, when we was in junior high school,
there is a
when we
difference
was in
between
junior high
Venus and
school, it
Mars.
was
Just
real
because
clear and
that's how
shit,
you
right?
feel,
If you
that
wanted
doesn't
somebody
mean
to
how
be your
I'm gonna feel
motherfucking
as
girlfriend or
well.
your boyfriend, then that's what the fuck you did. You wrote a note. You said, "Will you go with me?"
That's
Something. It
ghosted.
was very,
You know what
very,
I'm
very
saying?
clear.
They
The
grown.
older you get, let me
He
finish. The older you
grown.
get,
That's
the
the
less
this is
clear
what we
it
look at.
becomes. Right?
This dude's supposed to be grown.
Listen, you're not
Right.
even
And
letting
in
me
that fact, I don't have to answer to
Damn, why you
nobody.
so fucking
I could do what I want to
interested in
do.
talking and not listening, man? You're not even
I'm
letting me
grown.
get to the point before you start arguing against what I'm saying.
Okay.
And you end up making my fucking point for me. Like I was saying, when we're younger, it's you got to be clear, right? You don't know if somebody like you, dislike you, what. So you write notes. Will you be my girlfriend? Will you go with me? Are we going steady in the white people's world or whatever? But it's clear. The older you get, the less clear it becomes, right? You get to be a fucking teenager. Teenager is, oh, we talking. What the fuck do that mean? That mean I'm walking you home from school, kissing and grinding in the fucking hallway. Don't mean that we hump, but we may have, right? If look, when you get a little bit older, you get in your 20s and you give me some pussy, we go together. Nigga, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't care what was the fucking conversation, nigga. You owe me something. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
we could talk that shit about how we think it should be, but how it is totally different. And in this scenario, I'm saying that this is a perfect teachable moment to where we're saying nothing's clear. You are pissed off and assuming that this nigga is such a terrible motherfucker. And I'm saying, from all the evidence, he's just a nigga that's out here dating, a young single nigga out here dating, meeting people, meeting chicks on the app. This nigga's not even sharking in the clubs or fucking sweating chicks in the fucking laundromat. This nigga's on a dating app. He doing what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. Now, as it just turns out, the nigga is a kind, sensitive, gentle, caring, compassionate, understanding motherfucker that make $100,000 and 6'4" and good looking with no motherfucking kids, and all them bitches wanted to husband his ass up.
Right.
But they wasn't what he wanted.
Right. And
they didn't match up.
Maybe he the type of motherfucker where it don't take that long.
Every one of them did that made them not be the one.
So,
I mean,
damn,
if
you got no
want to
pants
argue
too.
from extreme,
Yeah,
what
take that
I'm
off.
really
I don't know
saying-
where the
get
what
bathroom
I'm really
is.
saying is we don't
I
know.
get what you're
Have to
saying,
be
and
outside.
The only thing that we do know is that this nigga had all these different
Way in the back, huh?
interactions with a bunch of different
That's
females
far.
in his area now,
Take
right?
your pull
Mind
your
you,
pants
this ain't no
off and do
sneaky
that
shit.
shit right
Wasn't
there.
like this nigga was
You're right.
like nigga, we in my town where I'm at.
I mean,
In my 50-mile radius. You feel what I'm saying?
Like the angle that
for,
you're coming
for,
from.
for
I'm
somebody
not even gonna lie.
for somebody to paint the narrative that this nigga was doing something low, underhanded, sneaky, behind the back, the nigga is just on a dating app. Everything, it seems to me that everything that happened was shit that would happen on the dating app. Like nigga swipe right to 150 chicks. How many of them is gonna get at you? I tell you how many gonna get at me out of 152. Guess what? That nigga had 20. You know why? Because he's 6'4", good looking, 30 years old, make $100,000 plus.
That's not why.
Considerate, sweet.
Why?
And chicks is mad to the extent that look, not. Oh yeah, I had an internet interaction with a motherfucker. I thought it was gonna go somewhere, and then I don't know what happened. Oh
well, jump off.
Now it's like, oh, fuck him. He's the fuck boy. We need to cancel him. Let's band together. Let's put his address, his phone number, where this motherfucker works. Let's ruin his life
Not,
because
not,
he
not.
didn't choose. He didn't choose me.
No, no,
Or
well,
us.
He chose
no,
all you
no, 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 no,
motherfuckers.
no,
How
no.
about that?
Then
I
we be
don't
in the
agree
same
with that.
He just
situation.
fucked
I
everybody.
don't.
He just
I
had a
do not.
lineup.
That was one thing I didn't do. I didn't agree with that at all because just because somebody not into you doesn't give you the right to ruin their life. Yeah, yes, like Rose said, be sad and be mad and move on. I was what I was saying is solely from the point of view that it seems like he really wooed these women for a certain point in time and didn't just kind of do the decent thing, even if you just wasn't interested, even if you just didn't say that. I think that everybody is entitled to that, regardless if we get it or not. Most times out of 10 in our lifetime, we don't get the closure from the people that we want, and it leaves us with scars. So again, because I'm thinking of this as talking to my 18-year-old self. You know, like like if I could go back and take away some of them fucking scars I had, and fucking maybe I'd be married now, and maybe I'd have had 2 or 3 kids by now. But what I'm saying is that we don't know how people are hurt, and we definitely don't know how people heal. And again, it just might have been very nonchalant, very dating per se with quotes to somebody that's just actually dating, but to someone
Dating
to
app, baby.
have date.
Dating app.
Well, what I'm saying is that when you kind of go beyond the dating app to me, and you kind of start doing stuff that I kind of feel like you're doing the most, or that really may be into me, then again, like I said, no, he was never entitled, but it just would have been decent. Because
So
why?
so
Wait,
what's the limit in
no,
the
no,
month?
no,
Like what's
Still
the
no,
don't
most?
listen.
know
No,
at
no, no,
what
listen.
point.
No, listen, because I'm comparing it to like people with jobs. You always, yeah, you got them jobs where you be like, fuck it, and I don't give 3 shits about you and walk away. But for the most part, we try to tell people don't burn bridges. And for the most part, the saying is true. The people that you climb on going up, you got to come back down to them too. So all I'm saying is that when we get a chance, just a small midget a chance, just to be decent, why
Here, let
why
me ask.
can't we? Like I said, no, he was. I'm agreeing with you. He was not entitled to get these whole shit. And if they thought that they was doing the most to try to wipe him up, and they had ulterior motives, then shame on them too. But I'm talking about the chick that really kind of really probably was into him and didn't even care if he was. I'm talking about the chick like me that I really don't care about how much you make. I really don't care about what you're doing from, like that, and stuff like that. You know what I want you to do? I want you to be able to buy me some fucking perfume without me actually saying that I want some fucking perfume. I want you to fucking pay attention to fucking context clues, you stupid motherfucker, and buy me or send me fucking flowers because I said I felt like I dreamed about gardenias in my sleep. Why can't I fucking wake up to fucking FTD sending me fucking gardenias in my house? So that's what I'm saying. We ain't got them caliber motherfucking dudes no more.
Well,
Y'all fucking soft.
what I'm saying is this, right? What I'm saying is this.
But he was coming off as that to some of the women, and for that he could have had a shred of decency and just said, "Hey, I wasn't interested."
And so here's what I would say, right? I would say that the messaging is so fucking mixed that the average motherfucker that is simply going through life trying to make somebody happy don't know what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. Because on the one hand, let's just say I never have been with a woman before in my life, never been in a relationship, right? Say I've fucking been in prison since I was 15 years old or something. Now I'm 40 and I'm out in this motherfucking world trying to figure it out. But I don't want to make no motherfucking mistakes. I don't want to be back in jail. I don't want to offend nobody. And so what I do is I go on YouTube and Facebook and wherever the fuck else I get my information, and I just listen to black women talk about what they want in a black man, right? And I listened to this shit for 6 years. I mean, for 6 months. I soak it all in, and I kind of become that quintessential guy, right? It's just who I am, right? Just based upon my mama's raising me, my sisters, and me watching all these black women talk about what they want a black man to be in their life. And now I go on a dating app and somebody finds me attractive, right? Just on the look. And then shit, I just start being who I've become. I'm complimentary, I'm caring, I'm compassionate, you know what I'm saying? I'm very fucking concerned about what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking sending you fucking roses, all the shit that you just said, right? You said we ain't got no niggas like that, right? Sending you roses. I'm doing all this shit off the jump. You ain't did nothing to deserve nothing. You ain't had to, right? It's just who I am. It's who I've become. I've evolved into this highly desirable motherfucker. I check off all the boxes. And I'm going to check them off from day one. I don't just check off one box on day one and check off box 3 on day 57. It's all coming in one fucking package. And you recognize it because you know what you want in a man, right? Your ass don't wear fucking deodorant and shave under your arms. You on some motherfucking earth woman ass, fucking black woman, fucking sea to the back to Africa, original 70s, no relaxers, no chemicals. You ain't the one, mama. For all the cuteness and all the heartfelt, warm conversations and shit, we got a deal breaker going on right there, mommy, and you just ain't the one. And we at the dating stage. I'm just meeting you, and I just find that out. So now my question is this. It's 2 parts. Number one, at what point do I have a responsibility to tell you that you ain't the one? And number 2, how do I tell you that your personal hygiene habits are offensive to me without offending you? How do I do that without becoming a dick?
Well, sometimes hard conversations have to happen.
We just dating.
If it's just
We
me
date too.
and you know tell me like, look, you know, I care about you, but
But
every
what if
time
I don't
you
though?
don't necessarily, you know, it kind of feel like you're not using enough deodorant to carry you through the day. I get that. Guess what? That was a it, that was very embarrassing for me. But hell, you got me together, and now I know that instead of doing one roll, I'm gonna do 2 or 3 rolls because
No,
it
you're
would
not
carry
using
me
none
through
because
the
this
day.
is what you want.
So
This
I
is
just feel
this is
like,
your thing.
but I feel like that. No, I definitely, if you the person that I feel like I want you to be, then yes, like I said, hard conversations. Nobody wants to have a difficult or hard conversation. In a perfect world, you shouldn't have to fucking tell me that I'm a. I could, well, not even just a woman. I think everybody has the capability of smelling themselves. We gonna exclude kids because they just kids. But
No, but
as an adult, at some point, I
in the
think we
example
should
that I'm
talk to
giving,
the youngster.
what you smell on you is natural, and you with that natural smell, the
Right.
natural musk, and you know what I'm saying. You can trace it back to some comedic history back on the continent, and so like that's what you into. It ain't what I'm into. And
I mean, I guess
see
you
here,
gotta. I guess you gotta
see
talk
here's
to
the thing.
saying that. Hey,
Here's the
I
thing,
can
right?
tell you this,
Let me
hoping you
ask
would change it, or I
let me
can tell
ask
you
you the
this, and I
question.
know it ain't gonna give. I know it ain't gonna matter.
Let me ask you the question the other way around.
Thanks to you, you do.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Tia, at how early is it for me to be too early to be in your business like that?
Right. Right.
Well, I mean, real. I guess it's hold
Like
on. I guess it's
how many dates do we have to go on before you be like, nigga,
as
the
long
fuck?
as long as soon as the situation arrives. I mean, we could go on 3 dates. It could be fine. That fifth date, you might feel like, you know what? I don't never wanna smell this coming from her again. And it ain't no deal breaker for me, but I want her to be right. That if you like again, it sounds like this dude was like what you said. He felt like fuck it. She don't know she stink. I don't have an obligation to tell her she stink. So I'm gonna just keep on fucking pushing rocks. I like I said the first time. You very entitled to do all that. All I said was that the decent thing to do because I think we're getting confused about. I'm not agreeing that he didn't have an obligation, and you still don't have an obligation to tell me that I stink. But what I'm saying is that if you care just a shit about
No,
me,
See,
You might tell me. You know, I don't.
this was a trip, right? Because I'm listening to you and I'm looking at Tia's comments in the comment, and it's almost like triggered is the wrong word, but you both got stuck on the example as opposed to what I was actually saying. What I actually was
No, I
asking
get
you
you.
was
How soon is too soon for me to be in your shit? I definitely get it. I get
When
it.
you get in the
no,
car.
no, 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 no. When I was first giving the example, what I was trying to ask you was, at what point do you think that I have an obligation to explain to you why it ain't you? Not me telling you that you stink and you gonna correct that shit and we gonna move on from there. No, it just ain't you. And it ain't you because you don't use deodorant and you got hair under your arm. It just is what it is. It ain't gonna change. It ain't you, right? Ain't no explanation is gonna change that. I'm going on. Like, at what point in the
So
dating
see,
process do I owe you that? Is it
let me.
after one
Never.
text? Is
I
it
think
after
what I
Never.
two
I think
conversations
we
on the dating app? Is it after one FaceTime? Like, at what point do I
you know
owe
what
you that? Because, you know, if you
we
ask the question the other way around, right? And then you ask, if me, Nick, and Frank were just flies in a fucking room with five women talking,
No
and
fire.
this subject came up, we would hear some funny ass stories of how y'all ghost motherfuckers all the time.
I feel like we coming
Like,
from
that's what
different.
you supposed to do.
I
Like,
know.
I ain't got no time to be explaining to no nigga. If the nigga don't get it, he don't get it. He ain't
I
the
And
feel
one.
like
be
Like,
we
and
we've
move
coming
right
from
actually
on.
two different.
heard
I
them
feel like we
conversations.
coming from two different scenarios. If it
Why?
was the hold on, if it was maybe the two little conversation thing we had on the app, then fuck no, you don't have an obligation. They specifically said that he was doing the most.
Okay,
So
so wait.
Well,
hold on. So
you said he was doing the most.
I'm coming
What
from the
they
fact that this
said
nigga put in
was
time with me. He
no,
kind of
no,
made
no,
me
no,
feel like
no,
he
no,
liked me
no,
a
no,
lot.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
they said he did the
You
most.
said,
No,
you
they
said
said he
that.
did the most.
Goddamn, if you no, you saying that he's doing the most. What
No, they
they
said
said,
in the
no,
article he
No,
did
listen,
the
no,
most.
listen,
no.
listen, listen, listen. What they said was he was the perfect guy. What you take that to be is
No, no, no,
he's
no.
doing the
No, no,
most.
no. No. When you first introduced the clip, explain the shit that you said that they said he was doing. That's the definition of doing the most.
So, and this is what I'm saying is that is a literal definition of being the perfect guy.
It's being
Because
nice.
it wasn't, look, listen, Shell, it
Okay,
wasn't
so
like
even if you're the
none of
perfect
them
guy,
girls
you can't
wasn't,
have you
look,
can't
none
just
of
be
them girls
decent and
wasn't
say that
saying,
look, baby girl, it's just not gonna
none of
work
them
between
girls
me and you.
wasn't saying,
I don't
look,
want
this
you to
nigga was
feel
doing
like
this
I was
and it
looking
was
at your
irritating
calls
as
and
fuck.
not answering them or not
You
answering
hear
your
what I
text.
said? Did you hear what I said? None of those girls said he did this, that, and the third, and it was irritating as fuck. They said he did all these things and he stopped. And that was what was irritating. It wasn't he
Stop.
was doing the most. He was doing what they wanted him to do. He was being the perfect guy. That nigga was checking. And it doesn't mean that he was going through no extra special lengths to do these things. Like, why does it have to be fake? Like, y'all want this motherfucker, and when he shows up, you say the nigga's fake because it didn't work out in your favor.
Now I just
If the
want you to
nigga
be
would have,
decent. I want you to have some decency about yourself.
But
okay, so
how? Okay, so listen.
that was gonna be the second part of my conversation, where I was gonna say that it's a very big gap between the way that women receive information and the way that women receive and
Oh yeah.
transmit information and the way that men do, right?
Mhm.
Because what you will never understand, right? I don't give a fuck how much me,
She wrong, but
Nick, and Frank explain this to you. What a nigga is always gonna say is, what is the easiest way around this
we can
fucking
check, but
argument that I
I don't
know is
think it's
coming?
nothing in there.
Like, I know
We
this
got
is
all
gonna
of
be
that.
some fuck shit. And I don't even know this girl. But I gotta tell her
Close it.
why she ain't the one. Like, I know she feeling me. She texts me every motherfucking morning before I could text her. What if it was that? What if it was he was responding with the hello, good morning, how you doing, sweethearts? Was thinking about you all last night. He's good morning, Queen. Just wanted to make sure that you was having a wonderful day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
Just
I get
being a good dude.
you.
We don't know. All we know is he was being a good dude. He
It
stopped
was,
fucking with him. He didn't never stop being a good dude. He didn't never turn into no asshole. He
he
didn't
just
take
stopped.
nobody's
He
money.
just stopped
He didn't.
responding and
He
shit
just
stopped happening.
stopped responding.
Okay, we're gonna say he just stopped responding.
You're an
And and,
asshole.
Okay.
and I'm saying that I think that you know if I was gonna just be a dick and make opposite extreme argument, it would be what I said. Okay, well, them bitches wasn't the one. It was something with them. It wasn't nothing wrong with him. All them bitches was fucked up. They was looking for the wrong shit. Fucked up attitude, fucking smelly disposition, lack of motivation. I just find a whole bunch of shit. But I don't know none of that to be true in real life. What I do know, what I'm saying, is that niggas is not looking to have them conversations like what you're saying right now. Them conversations ain't never easy. We don't never want to have them. We're gonna do every fucking thing. Look, what do I say to black women who watch this show? This box up here in fucking top left where I'm at, this is the voice of what your dude would like to say to you, but he don't got the heart because he don't want to fucking sleep on the couch. But this is what motherfuckers be feeling like. Niggas ain't trying to fucking have no fucking argument with a chick, especially if I don't owe you nothing. Like we just talking on the app or whatever. Nah, man, I'm out. I'm out. You'll figure it out. You know what I'm
But
saying? Because like
but
we
But you
figure
know
it
what?
out all the
Now,
time.
Keith, now it's funny that you said that because I just always assumed that it started off on the app, but when they said what the stuff he was doing, I just assumed that was outside the app, and that's why I said I thought that the minute that we had established some type of personal connection, then that's why I said why like
That's
but
why I
nobody
keep asking.
But
That's
hold
nobody
why I
on
keep
though.
I keep asking the same question. You still
Hold
ain't
on
answer
though.
me.
And
At
plus,
what
even
point
even take into
do I
consideration that
owe
he
you?
did meet a couple of these women he did go on a couple actual dates with a couple of these women. So it wasn't just all online in that fact either. But and
Right.
then the point still stands. Like I gotta sit there and withstand your funk
I'm
for
gonna say
3 days, a day and a
from my
half.
point of view, to the point to where you have to make a conscious decision if you want to answer my calls or texts, then then tell me you're not interested anymore because nobody wants to feel like they're doing that to somebody.
What if he
Nobody
had a
wants to
type?
feel like they're calling somebody and they just looking at the phone and making a conscious decision to be like, fuck you, I'm not gonna answer the phone.
The funny shit.
I'm gonna turn on my read receipt and show you that I'm fucking getting your text and bitch I'm not gonna answer you.
Okay, so how many
The,
times and when was the last time you did that though?
I'm
When was the
not
last time you
I would
ghosted a
just tell
nigga
you
though?
straight up.
the
I,
funny part.
I'll
The
tell
funny
you if I'm
part.
not interested. I'll tell you when you did. I'll be like, you're not into me enough.
That same night?
However, when I feel like I can't, I'm a cancer, so I could take a look and keep on ticking. I usually give till I can't give no more. So I can't. I'm not most fucking chicks.
The
So
funny part about
usually
this whole conversation, right?
when I get
What
to
we've
the
been
point
talking
where
about
I
this
feel
whole
like I'm
time.
that fed up, and usually I'm mad because again I try to be like I try to find that silver point the line, and I try to give people every benefit of the fucking doubt to do the fucking right thing and be decent. I mean, people don't do it, but I try.
Yeah, the funny part about this whole conversation, right, is that we've been having it from the perspective of what he did or didn't do wrong and how it made the women feel. But nobody is giving any consideration to how he felt. This is a young dude that's his apparently his life is kind of half-assed together, and he's a desirable motherfucker who feels like he has to go on the dating app and shit, right, to find love. Now, what if him going on that dating app is because he's about who he's trying to spend the rest of his life with? Let's just say he got a whole bunch of fucking little quirky ideas about what a wife is going to be. And he's just meeting people instead of coming out and saying some chauvinistic ass bullshit or something that's going to be seen like toxic masculinity. He's just chilling, trying to wait until he finds that chick that checks off all those boxes for him. We keep talking about the boxes that he checks off for the chicks. Again, ain't nobody complained about his ass not one time, but ain't nobody even asked the question of what boxes do you chicks check off for him? for him to have had to consistently keep going and meeting more people.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I because I dealt with a dude one time who talked about, like, hey, if this was like, this was on my list, or this was like boxes I checked off. I never had I never had box, and again, I'm not saying that this is great. This probably was my downfall because I'm not really good with boundaries. So, I don't really like giving them, and I definitely don't like when you give them to me. So I've never really been that chick to have, like, I mean, I guess I could think of a couple of things to mind that probably at the end of the day probably was a check off or check off. But again, they wasn't really consistent for me to say that this was with every dude. So no, I think more dudes more have that check off shit than most females do. I'm not saying that they don't. Maybe it's that type of female I am. But I find that statement coming more from a man's point of view than from a female's point of view. And I could be wrong.
You are definitely wrong. That's pure balderdash. Um, you
I
know,
don't know a
what
lot of females that
what I
have
what I what I
like
will
that.
say, and this is it always comes back to my classic argument. The men that women are generally talking about who have all these various different types of uh, shit that would uh, shit that would be obstacles to a sister being with them, right? Are generally niggas in a particular class description. You know what I'm saying? They have a particular air of desirability, right, about them. And they are generally the top 1% to the top 10% of the entire male population, let alone the black male population. All the fucking rest of us, 9 out of 10 motherfuckers, y'all not paying no attention to. And we the 9 out of 10 motherfuckers who we ain't got no fucking box. We fuck with who fuck with us. Like I say that shit. I've been saying that shit for 20 years. And I had considered myself a pretty desirable motherfucker. And people be like, what's your type? And I say I like who like me. And not who finds me attractive, but who really is kind of listening to what I'm talking about, trying to be a part of my fucking program, trying to build with me. They really kind of feeling like, yeah, I could go somewhere fucking with this nigga. That's who I like. I don't give a fuck how you look. You can be black, light, fucking in between, big, little, short, tall. You know what I'm saying? I talk that shit about what my particular type is, but that chick don't hardly ever show up in my life. The fucking 6'3", dark skinned, bald headed, Iman looking chick. You know what I'm saying?
What are
Talking
the
accent and some more shit. I
what are
ain't
the
met her ass yet, but I'm still talking
what are
about her,
the
right?
Miraji from the Black Panther?
Right,
Mhm.
right, right. So, that's my type if you get me to say it. But, it ain't like I'm turning chicks down because I ain't met her. Shit, I'm fucking with who fuck with me. And,
So you only
on some,
want women who look like Taraji?
No, the Black Panther guards, the
Oh, oh,
guards from
oh,
the
you
Black
talking about
Panther.
Danielle?
Yeah,
Her
no,
that bald
the
head?
name of the whole squad is the
Oh, the
Miraji.
King's Court. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, so
and they
so
all look like what he described, except they kick hella ass and carry
kick out.
vibranium
Look,
spears.
yeah, mine, she kick hella ass, and then she go up in that motherfucking courtroom. You know what I'm saying, with a briefcase.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
again, I still ain't met her. You know what I'm saying, and at this stage of the game, her time is up and shit. You should have showed up when your ass had action. Now you out the fucking door and shit, right? But it is what it is.
so like I said, man, bless those people heart that get on these dating
Bless
websites,
their
right?
heart.
Because it's 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 it's
Hit a
it's the
miss.
one thing where it's like I can't build the female and y'all can't build the man. You know what I'm saying? So you on this exploring that side of the game, right? So I love it how y'all said y'all brought to light is this guy checked every box. Where if the female didn't check every box for him, he has to be uh he has to be dismissive. He has to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not to pick you, but what you only said that you have to offer is your body, but nothing else behind it. It's like a bad taste in the mouth because um it's like like Max said, that are you in the right space and energy to go through what I have planned for myself? You know what I'm saying? Because you having the plan to be a woman that's beside of me, experience life with me. But it could be that one thing. You can't make grits. You out the thing. So no matter how you try, after all these years, after your years of existence, you don't still know how to make grits. But that's my one thing that I would need you to do for me. Not want you to do, need you to do for me. You can't feel that. So it's okay. Yeah. You don't owe
Turn
nobody
that
no
down.
explanation because they won't even have the mind to accept it, even if you give it.
At
Oh no,
that
it
point,
gotta
it's
be
just an
something
excuse.
else.
If it take years, then it's
Yeah,
just
you
an
know what I'm saying?
excuse.
It gotta be something else because I got all this down there.
We
Well,
still talking
no.
about in the early stages of dating. We talking about chicks on the dating
Right, my
apps.
man talking about making grits. He talking about years down the line. That's an excuse at that point. You
You know,
could have
no, but
been
I,
and cut
I'm
that
I'm
off.
saying I'm saying right off the rip and say I need this, and this because I'm out here moving, getting this thing. Are you cool with that? In the moment that you have any hesitation, I don't owe you no explanation. I say, okay then. Now, on the other side of the game, how many people are the women swiping that's in the criteria of him too? Because he might not be the only one. You're on a dating app with thousands of people. So right there, that's just put you all the way out the game. Like that. How about that? You know what I'm saying? If I don't
Well,
see
nah,
you
because
at,
you was on there too, though, so you can't say that.
you
That's
know what I'm
kind of
saying?
whack.
No, but I'm saying, I'm no, but I'm saying though, but that's what people expect though. They expect to find the knight in shining armor. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. You know what I'm
I'll
saying? It
just
gotta
Well,
be
believe
no,
that
no,
they.
one
no,
to
no,
fit in
no,
all the
no, no, no,
boxes.
no, 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 no. It's just that I'm more in tune to believe that chivalry is not dead until you fucking show me that it is.
Man, how about this? If I don't
But
see
he
you at
was all
Winco,
types of chivalrous, though. That ain't the point. What he wasn't was
No, no,
explanatory. You
let's
know what I'm
be
saying? What he
fucking clear.
didn't do is
All
get no
I said was
explanations,
that
and
he
he just
could have been
walked off.
decent and said that I wasn't feeling you. He ain't owe them whole shit.
So
I get that.
at the end of every time he talked to somebody,
Said,
even if
hey,
he talked to somebody on the
I'm not
phone,
looking at your texts and your calls in vain. I'm not feeling you. And even if that shit would have been on the text, it might have been a cop out. I might have called his ass a fucking coward, but at least I'd have known.
I could tell you like this. These are like the makings of a motherfucking nowadays chick flick, what are they called?
Hallmark,
Or something like
Lifetime,
that now because
Lifetime.
I
This is
guess,
far from a fucking homework.
I
Just
guess
because I'm asking the dude to
ghosting
be
is the
fucking
new
decent,
breakup right
you
now, I
did the fucking
suppose.
most. You did
How,
the most for weeks. And now you just ghost the fuck out of y'all and y'all giving that shit a fucking pass.
Yeah, because I
I'm in the
mean,
Don't
I
woods.
just
bring
don't
me
want to talk to
fucking
you.
Rochero fucking
You can't
shots
be
and
mad because I don't
days
want to
for
talk to
2
you.
fucking months. And then all of a sudden I don't hear from you no more.
Because I don't
You're
want to
just
talk
doing
to
the
you.
fucking most. Let's admit that. Y'all act
That's
like that.
not though. I mean, I
Okay,
guess
so y'all
not
doing the
really.
most for any okay, I'm gonna say that y'all doing the most for anybody?
I just don't think that
Well then,
after a
the
couple
people you do
after
the most for, I figure that you give them the decency to say, bitch, I
I'm
like
gonna
you or
wait.
I don't.
I'm gonna wait till you finish going off, and then I'm gonna answer your
I
question.
just don't
Go
think
No,
ahead.
I'm a professional ghoster then.
I just don't
Me.
think that it should take if I'm not feeling you, then I don't think I need to explain to you why I'm not feeling you, especially if it's if it's after
Nobody
3
said
texts,
to be
if it's
hold on,
after
nobody said
13
to
texts.
explain.
Like I
I
could just
thought
be like,
hold
I'm
on.
cool, and then just
That's just it. I'm not even I wasn't even looking for the explanation. I just thought he could have just said something like
like
anything
what
better
though?
than nothing.
Bye?
I mean, who wants
I,
to feel
What if
like
I said bye and I just meant that literally?
I'm a professional ghoster then because I don't say nothing.
I just say bye and I mean it literally. Then damn it, I mean it literally.
I haven't seen you in 5 years.
I
For real.
mean, there's a reason.
Yeah. Well,
As
I
to
guess
as to as to whether I would be doing the most, right? What I would say is this: we we we've actually had this conversation, and I've said this like twice on the podcast before, where I've been in a relationship twice, right, with two different women, where my position out loud and argumentative was, I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not nobody. I'm not ready to. I'm not boyfriend material. However, I am me, right? So if I'm in your life and I'm fucking you, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of good boyfriendy shit because it's just me. That the average motherfucker that's just trying to fuck you probably wouldn't even think of doing. in the end, how that worked out for me was in both cases, both these chicks was telling me, nigga, you are my boyfriend. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. How can you do all this good shit and then expect a bitch not to feel like you her boyfriend? And my explanation all the time is exactly what Frank said. Do you want me to go out of my way to be a fucking dickhead? I mean, I am who the fuck I am. I'm sorry that you haven't experienced good niggas in your fucking life. I'm just happen to be the first one you seen. Fine. But I'm not your fucking boyfriend, right? I'm just the nigga that will fix the sink and, you know, fucking get Frank up under there, help fucking change your brakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga. I'm the problem solving motherfucker. That's what I do. And it don't have nothing to do with me being your boyfriend. You feel what I'm saying? But the fact that I'm trying to be your boyfriend, or we're walking along that path, right? I'm not gonna be no bum ass version of me starting off and expect you to walk that path so that you can develop the real good me.
No, yes, right.
And I think that's what
I
this
can only
dude.
be who I
This
am.
is this is what was happening. This dude just happened to be a good, sensitive, kind, compassionate, all the shit that women want.
I don't even feel
And they
comfortable calling
all
him
was
out those
good
things
with
any
it.
fucking more. I don't care
Nigga,
what
stop
those chicks
showing
thought
up.
he was. I don't fucking feel comfortable calling him any of those fucking things anymore. Fuck him. Fuck him. He
Because of the
wasn't
way
no
that they
good
felt.
dude. Because if he was a good dude, he would have been a decent dude.
Well, all them should just be his woman then, and
Still
don't
ain't
have
telling
nothing
me
to say.
when. I'm still waiting for you to tell me at what point does he have that obligation to be like, let me tell her why I'm not going to talk to her no more.
And like I
How
said,
far in the dating procedure?
nobody is obligated
2 days.
to do anything to
No, but when does it
anybody
make
in
you
life.
when do
However,
you,
I
at
would have
what
done
point
the
do you stop
decent
being
thing.
a decent
I
person?
thought we
How
was
about that?
talking about that's what I'm saying. I think, like you said, being a good dude and doing the decent thing. Those are kind of taking two different paths when we get into those areas. Like I
That's
said,
only because you
all I,
define decent as a
like I
particular
said,
thing that you
everything that
want.
he was
And
doing
I
or
don't
whatnot
define
was
decent as
fine
the
up, was
same thing.
fine until
What
the
I
point to where
define
he
decent
ghosted him.
as is not a nigga hurting your fucking feelings.
Now,
I
do I
define
think that
decent as,
these girls?
look,
But hold
you
on.
a grown ass motherfucking woman, so you gonna know when I don't answer your fucking texts and your calls that I'm not feeling you. I don't have to hurt your feelings and be no mean ass motherfucker, be no disrespectful ass nigga, get no fucking argument with you about your fucking personality because I'm not feeling you.
At the end of the
I
day,
think that's being a decent motherfucker.
listen.
I
At the
think the
end of
nigga
the
that
day,
would I
I'm
think
gonna
the
say
nigga that
this.
would answer the phone when you call and say, you know what, Shell, uh, you kind of cool and everything, but you just really ain't it. And then have to go
Well,
because you
that's
know that,
saying something. Hold on. Well, that's
but
saying something.
no, it don't
If you
end
go,
there. And you know
hold on,
fucking
hold on.
well it
If you
don't end
go
there.
to
So
me
you can
after
kill
that, I
that
totally
bullshit,
fucking
right?
understand.
You
You
can kill all
told
that
me that
bullshit.
you feel
Like
like
that's
you
all
don't
a nigga
listen to
gotta
me.
say,
You
and then
just
that's
too
you ain't gonna say
truthful.
nothing else. Because the next thing you gonna ask
You
is,
didn't give me a
well, what do you
chance.
mean I
What
ain't
do you
it?
mean ain't me?
How
Right.
am I not it? What do
Yeah.
I not
At
do?
least
You can't assume.
It's
Hold
a
up.
whole
You
long
can't assume.
conversation
You
that a
cannot
decent
assume that
nigga
I would take
don't
it to
want to
that
have
level.
with
But
a
you
woman.
did
that
say
is
what
what
I
you would do
said
though.
that you should have fucking said. That
So
if
you said,
I didn't
but
have
that's
a
the thing
fucking
though.
clue, because I'm based on the point that you never said shit and I didn't have a fucking clue. But here it
You
is
got a
that you
clue.
actually
The
hold on.
same
Here
way,
it is
the
that you
same
actually
way
told me
niggas be having a
that Nikki,
clue
you know what, I
when
like
y'all
you, but
stop.
you just not it. Now whether I
Look,
choose to keep fucking with you after that and you told me what
No,
it
no, no.
was,
It ain't gonna be
then
about
no,
that because I don't want to
that
fuck
don't
with
have nothing to
you.
do with you being a decent ass nigga no more. I'm
It
just a
ain't gonna
fucking
matter.
duck because you told me what the fuck it was and I just didn't listen to you. So are we dealing with those scenarios? That's a different type of scenario, and I
Shell,
respect that.
Shell,
But
the thing about it, right, is that you speak in the voice of the black woman as to what you would do, but you don't speak in the voice of the black woman. And let me tell you why, right? About 2 years ago and shit, right? Because I hang with a bunch of 20-something-year-old black women, single females, single baby mamas, fucking with niggas in the street, right? Black men. And I discovered something that black women actually fucking invented. And that is being left unseen. And I won't say nothing else. It's
Well,
part of y'all DNA to ghost niggas. And nobody finds nothing wrong with it. That's what you're supposed to do. Girl, you ain't got no time to be explaining to no nigga why he ain't the one. Girl, you got shit to do. And we accept that shit. We grown. We get after maybe, nigga didn't fucking text your ass 3-4 days in a row. You don't respond back, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, left a nigga unseen, all that kind of shit. We get the picture, but we ain't even smart as y'all, right?
Type emotion, right?
We not even smart as y'all, right?
Mm.
Y'all should get the picture way easier than we get the picture. Because you know what? You know what we become? We become the fuck boys. This nigga lurking. Damn, why this nigga on my shit? Why he on my bra strap? This nigga can't get the fucking picture.
This nigga still like my pictures and everything.
Now, don't get it twisted. If I was really
now that the shit is turned back around,
you act like you wasn't into
y'all
me. All of a
found
sudden,
one
you
motherfucking white boy
that
did this shit.
I was the fucking
And now
son
this
of morning
nigga
in the mountain,
is.
and now you coming
This
back
nigga
and
did the
sweating me.
one.
I don't have nothing
One
to
white
fucking do with
boy.
it.
One white boy did what black women been doing for ages, and everybody is canceling this nigga.
Big, write down and giving a nigga the roll number and all the shit.
No.
Doxing this nigga and some more shit.
Right.
This nigga
The
did
whole
what black
Facebook
women
world,
have.
Piranha Cast, people
Black
that's
women
watching
created
I
a
no
whole
way
motherfucking
condone that.
term for this with visuals.
First of
Left the
all,
nigga unseen.
how I personally feel was that this would have been a very private matter. Y'all wouldn't even have known that I felt like a nigga ghosted me. But she went viral with the shit, so she had to roll with the fucking story. Now, no, I get. First of all, I wouldn't even have put that out there like that, but she did.
Watch
But
this.
no, but
Watch this.
just because you realize that somebody wasn't into you or he ghosted you, because at some point everybody has dealt with that thing. Like I said, me saying it was definitely coming from a point of view that it hasn't happened to me before in my life, and I didn't like the way it felt. Not when I felt like you was leading me in another direction, and that's the kind of angle that I was coming at it from. Now, just because you did, it does not give me the right to stalk you, pass by your fucking house every
stop.
day, hang out in the fucking clubs I know that you fucking hang out at, give your number or put it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter to everybody that care, or just every fucking day roast you or say shit about it that makes it known that I'm fucking roasting you. Ain't no way that I'm condoning any of that, because at some point you just gotta take it on the chin and be like, okay, it wasn't what it wasn't what I thought it was. I'm a I'm gonna take the L in it, which means I'm gonna learn the lesson from it, and maybe I'll be a little, maybe whatever. And guess what? A lot of times, sometimes it don't have nothing to do with you. It might just because sometimes how somebody else feel about you doesn't even dictate the type of person that you are. That's just how they felt about you at the time. It doesn't mean that I did any fucking thing wrong with it. Maybe this motherfucker just didn't appreciate it, and I'm all right with that too.
I
But
certainly
what I'm
feel you.
saying is that just I'm gonna say what I've been trying to say all night. If this is what dating is coming to with men and women, then it makes it scary to even want to jump in them waters. It makes you. I'll tell people this. I'm being very transparent right now. And I was telling the girl this at work. It's sad that at being a 45-year-old black African American woman who was career oriented, most people considered nice, beautiful, whatever, got a good personality. Yeah, we all got flaws. But for me to feel like that, that that's really, really fucked up, that the disappointment in a relationship is what is familiar to you. It's the good. It's the okay, maybe I can count on him. That shit is more unfamiliar and more hard to fucking trust. So when you do meet somebody that you've actually allowed and they receive that and they let they guard down just a little bit and let you in. I personally don't like the ghosting. I'd rather you just kind of say something. And usually there's hints along the way where you might feel like, maybe I'm more into him than he is into me. I'm pretty sure that that's what happened with these women. They probably not gonna say
So,
it, but most
so
people don't just drop you with no type of indication. Usually something was said, or some pullback had started to happen, or usually it's not so much of like, hey, he giving me chocolates for a fucking month. All of a sudden, I just didn't hear from him again. Normally, it's something happened along the way that you're not informing people about. You're not telling people the whole story. So you telling people the part that you want them to play on that, and that's how that shit went viral. I don't personally think that that guy should have went viral from that, because again, like you said, I don't think anything is wrong with that. I personally don't like ghosting. So like I said, everything up until the point to where you just stopped ignoring my calls. But again, I'm woman enough to say that there usually was a step before that you're not telling people. Like nobody really just stop your calls, stop your texts. Usually there's some steps in between, and I think that's the part that these women are not saying. That something happened, something that was said, or some conversation happened, something that you knew something, regardless if you was confident about it, or if it was even the closure you was looking for. Normally you knew. Normally you had a feeling that this motherfucker might not have been into you some kind of way. Now, if you still chose to go with the flow after that, thinking, and then but I know that I'm a good woman, and I know that I could, whatever it is, I'm gonna keep on going with it. That's just like somebody say that, hey, I don't mind going out with you. I'm dating right now. I'm dating more than one person and more than you. Until another conversation that comes back and say that I dropped them other hoes, then you need to fucking assume that he's still dating them hoes.
so here, let me say this, right? And I agree with you. I think that you're absolutely right. I think that that the way that you describe things is how they should be, and how it would be for you is absolutely correct. I also think that you're absolutely incorrect in terms of how this thing took off. And so let me tell you exactly how it went, and you'll see toxic white femininity at work. What actually happened was it wasn't some chick who how you described her and that she went viral. That's not what happened. What happened was there was a chick who makes TikTok videos or whatever. She made a video saying, "Oh, how hard dating is in New York." She says, "I met this beautiful guy, this tall guy, named Caleb. Fucking typical, fucking white jock name type shit, right?" And I don't know what happened. The date was just so good, and then all of a sudden he was gone or whatever the fuck, right? It was a funny video, and then she went offline. And 3 days later, she woke up to a bunch of her friends tagging her in TikTok videos where a bunch of other white women from New York had said, "Oh my God, I dated Caleb too. Is that Caleb from West
125th
Elm,
Street.
New York?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He does furniture. So now you got two or three chicks, right, coming on TikTok telling their story. I dated Caleb as well. The first chick, it wasn't even him. It wasn't, she says it wasn't no Caleb, right? It wasn't Caleb from West Elm. She made a whole nother reaction video to all their videos, right?
Mhm.
The thing is that it seems as though every chick that this dude met on the dating app in his little area, it's like me fucking, I'm only swiping chicks in Inglewood, right? Like, of a certain age group. Like, you gonna fucking, especially if everybody is on social media, right? And motherfuckers start talking about all of their experiences kind of being the same, which was he was a good dude. I really enjoyed the time, enjoyed his company. I thought we was going somewhere, and then all of a sudden, this motherfucker just out of there, right? And what I'm saying in terms of the toxic femininity, white toxic femininity, is once again, nobody considered him how he felt. He's the one who's on the dating app looking for a fucking woman. If it wasn't you, it wasn't you. That's what the dating apps are for. But because it wasn't you, and because it wasn't a chick that looks like you, and another chick that looks like you, and 3 more chicks that act like you, 4 more chicks from the area, and 5 more chicks that do the same job as you, all in the same area, then he's the bad guy. How about all y'all is just the same chick that he just keeps running into? So instead of saying, okay, well, yeah, shit, I went on a date with him too and it didn't work out. Poor Caleb. I hope he finds love. It became, he's a fucking dick. What a fuck boy. How could you not find me attractive? You feel what I'm saying? Toxic
Everything was so
fucking
perfect.
femininity, to the point where we 4 black people talking about this shit on our podcast because it's the biggest fucking story.
But couldn't it have been that? But couldn't it have been that way? I'm saying, if all these, hold on, if all
it could be that way if you want it. If you want that narrative, then you can find a way to justify
why
that.
Why can't we say that something just may be like Caleb may really just be a fuckboy? Why can't we just fucking? We said Lawrence was off of Insecure. Why the fuck we just can't say Caleb is a fuckboy?
I don't watch Insecure. I don't.
Why we just can't say Caleb is a fuckboy? Why we gotta get Caleb that does some numerous
fucking didn't do shit wrong.
Because
he a fuckboy by being nice.
Little ELM and everywhere else. He actually made himself famous because when they just really did the 6 degrees of separation, if everybody knows somebody, he was the common denominator. So at some point, is it just
he was just doing what he was supposed to do?
No. Is it just all the women? Caleb don't just share just a little bit of accountability in it, just a tad fucking bit. Oh, it's just all of us. All of us women. Is it all of us? Really, just all of us?
I guess in this case, what it is, and what my takeaway is, and I'm always, trying to be fucking understanding of the fucking woman's point of view. What I'm hearing is that, the nigga just gotta apologize for everybody that he doesn't feel.
Then one TikTok video and be like, to all you women
from elementary school. From elementary school.
Okay.
To all the women that I dated that it didn't work out.
But you know what? Again, I would say this. If it was
just
simple that
I didn't know it hurt y'all that much.
We might have.
Thought we was just talking.
We might have like a week's worth of back and forth, and I didn't hear from you again. That's fine. But
I guess I'm in trouble.
But they alluded that it seemed like he was outside of the app, that he was doing a lot, and maybe that's what I took and ran.
He used them. He used them for clout. That's what he did.
But you know, Nick, even if he did that, which Keaton Franklin saying that that's not what he did. He said this dude was a good dude.
I don't know what he do.
I'm trying to find out what
nobody knows.
I'm trying to find out where was Caleb really a good dude. But I'm gonna go with y'all on it. But again, I just feel like, I mean, is it the
well,
I don't know. I mean, like I said, maybe I just took the wrong part of the story and ran with it.
We got his mugshot.
Well, because I just assume, because in my book, if you start, we talking on the phone, that's one thing. When you start going outside of the, hey, how you doing today? I think today, hope your day is going good. Hey, beautiful. Just want to let you know that I think you're beautiful. But when we start going outside of that and really kind of start, getting on the interpersonal level, again, maybe you start doing shit. Maybe you start sending me lunch to my job. Maybe you send me flowers, or maybe you just text me the same inspirational fucking.
I'm going on Tenderize
every
myself.
Thursday. I'm just saying that
I'm about to be killer.
We got to the point that we was outside of swiping on the app. A couple of times we both came up with each other's profile. It just assumed that it just made it sense to me that, okay, well, he was going out his way. Now, yes, we all can have a bad date. A lot of times shit don't go well, but even on bad dates, I didn't just not call the nigga back. And even if I did at 45, I'm not doing it now. That's why I'm trying to give this nigga the leeway, because maybe he's young. And I know they said he was young, but I just don't.
I'm going on Tenderizer.
I'm trying to say the same thing.
Maybe I keep
trying.
I was raised with more
thing over and over and over again.
We was raised with more
keep trying not to hear me, right? You keep trying not to hear me, right? What I keep saying to you
Oh, you taking yours?
Nobody said this nigga did nothing wrong. The only thing he did wrong was hurt their feelings by not continuing
he
to
just
do
said
what
he
he
just
did
living life
right.
one day at a time.
I'm going on Tinder
And
and
here,
get my clout.
let
He just
me address
living
Nick,
life.
right?
He just
Because
living life one day at a time.
I know you've been up and down the hill and shit, and I threw this subject up. You didn't probably have the time to go check out what was going on. It wasn't a clout thing. This dude is not a YouTuber. He's not a content creator. He's not nothing. This dude is just a regular
Regular
motherfucker
dude.
that
Mhm.
goes to work every fucking day at a good ass fucking job. Young, good looking motherfucker, 6'4". I think he's 27 years old, some shit like that. Motherfucker's a furniture designer at one of the biggest fucking furniture fucking companies on the East Coast and some more shit. And the nigga is on a dating site, right?
Mhm.
It comes out that in his little area of New York, wherever the fuck they
Mhm.
are, right? All these various different white women are coming together because one white woman has said, "Oh, it's so hard to date in New York. I went on a date with a guy named Caleb, and I don't know what happened. He just ghosted me." Another By the time old girl figured out what was going on, several chicks had responded, tagged each other, made a hashtag West M Caleb because one girl came on and said, "Oh, is that Caleb? Whoop, whoop. What does he look like? Or he's this tall. He looks like this. What does he do? Oh, he makes furniture. Does he work for West M? Yeah." And then it became West M Caleb. And it became the hashtag on TikTok. More and more chicks who had went or had interactions with him through that dating site started adding themselves in their stories of him being a cool motherfucker, them enjoying the fucking interaction, looking forward to more shit, and then this dude just was gone. Damn, girl, he did the same thing to me. I didn't know what the fuck happened. I thought we really hit it off, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So now what it has become is basically the fuck West Elm Caleb show,
Mhm.
as though he did something wrong because their feelings have been hurt, right? Now, mind you, he ain't responded to none of this shit, right? They didn't put this dude's picture up, his Instagram fucking picture, his address, where he works at, his fucking telephone number, dox the boy, and some more shit, right? And all these chicks, white chicks in New York, are on the hashtag Caleb's a fuck boy crusade to
Yeah.
cancel this nigga from his real life. This nigga's not in social media, Nick. So
Of
it's not
course.
about clout at all.
So this is what he is, the emotional
It's
hamburger right
about
now.
cancellation.
Yeah. And the cancel culture is big. That's why I was going next. Because this dude, he's not man enough to say, hey, this is why I left. His big toe could have been hurting. Whatever it is, they still wouldn't accept it. So congratulations, Caleb, for stirring up a whole bunch of stuff and changing that whole narrative on everything. Hope he changes narrative every day. So saying hopefully he make it past this, right? Or it might be just make him international. He'll go to Dubai or somewhere and meet somebody that it don't have to have an explanation why he didn't pick, or would you call them girls pick me's? Pick me, pick me, pick me. And he didn't. So now he's an asshole forever. Good
Caleb, a
job.
fuck boy who
I
think he a good dude.
No, but the thing is, he's a good dude.
more important conversation, right, that comes
It,
out of
it,
this, right, for us at least, for our podcast at least, is that
We know Keena.
um,
We know fuck boy when we hear it.
the dude just
That's what
doing him.
Caleb is. Y'all don't realize that we know a
well,
fuck boy
here,
when we see it, and everything
here,
that
uh
fucking
but
Caleb
here's the
did
thing,
was
right?
right up
Here's
there
the
with
thing.
fucking fuck boy status.
with
Look,
his with
Here,
his money
look,
here's
look.
the
and all
thing.
If
this
there was,
stuff.
if labeling
Okay,
a
god
person
damn,
was,
can I
if
ever get to
labeling
a point?
somebody was the slogan, then that's what the fuck Caleb is. A fuck boy who think he a good dude, and because y'all dudes gonna run with it. And we always gonna have
I don't know.
contradicting point of views, but in a woman's eyes, Caleb is a fuck dude who think he a good dude. Cause if you
Okay, so
guess what, if you was a fucking good dude, you wouldn't have just ghosted me. You would have told me something, something.
again,
All right, Bobby Smurder.
what I'm trying
Reason
to
why
say
he
is
dancing.
this.
I'm guilty of it.
But I understand that we're going to have two different points of views on it. But in women's eyes, most women's eyes,
So here's what I'm trying to
and
say,
Keena
right?
just second that emotion that it to us it comes off as that Caleb is a
Here's
fuck
what
boy
I'm
who wants
trying
the
to
world to believe
say.
that he's the good dude.
Here's what I keep fucking trying to say. This is especially important for a podcast like ours, where we are supposed to be trying to develop communication styles between black men and black women to move the black family forward. And what I keep saying, right, is okay. We hearing what you saying.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I gave you the whole example, right? If a nigga had never been on a date in his life, right? Had never fucked with a woman ever, and he listened to the shit that you guys say in social media, these podcasts, just everywhere he can get information other than some chick that he's dating, and he develops a personality that is conducive to all the things that women say that they want, right? Even in that scenario, get me drawing it up like that, you guys still find a way to make it our fault that we don't know where a particular line that you've drawn in the sand, it's an invisible line, we can't see that motherfucker. We constantly ask you guys, okay, look, I get it. I fucked up. How do I not fuck up the next time? And all you ever say is, you motherfuckers is pieces of shit because you fucked up. Nobody's never telling us, where is the fucking line? How do I be a better fucking husband? How do I be more fucking considerate? Where do I have to draw that fucking line? At what point do I have an obligation to a woman who I'm fucking dating off a dating site? At what point do I owe her all these explanations, an argument, hurting her feelings, whatever the fuck is gonna come with it, that I know is coming with it? You can't convince me it ain't coming with it. Every fucking conversation that we've ever had has indicated that it's some bullshit that I'm gonna have to deal with coming with being honest with you. At what point are you that important to me that I have to give you that consideration as opposed to simply letting you be an adult like y'all do us and figuring it out that I don't want to talk to you because I ain't talking to you? I'm simply asking at what point. I'm not asking you to make a judgment on whether I don't want to talk to you, how fucked up it is, how good a person you are. I should want to talk to you. I should want to get, no, I don't want to get to know you no more. I'm done. At what point, me being done, does it require me to give you that consideration so that I don't be a fuckboy?
Okay.
At what point do I have to tell you that it ain't you? And then just be honest with you like you want, hurt your feelings and all that shit.
To me, when we took it beyond the dating site, then hold on. When we took it beyond the dating site, and understand what I'm saying.
First text.
Hold on.
First text.
When we went,
just try to understand when, man. You giving me these fucking vague ass answers.
Well, hold on. Well, you know,
he's gonna get prosecuted.
You know,
they
prosecuted
right now.
When you asked me my number, we took it beyond the dating site, and it seemed like we were like being, you know, we were real consistent and being strong. But hold on. But if you want a specific time for me, when we took it outside, hold on.
For women.
When we took it
what is acceptable for a man?
When we took it outside of the dating site.
So first text.
Yeah. If you feel like it wasn't into me, then it should have been. Then yes, I'm okay with the hard conversation. I'm okay with the hard conversation.
Okay, look.
So
look,
outside of the
I get your number.
To me, when we took,
you answered the question.
Okay, well, we took it outside the dating site.
Can I continue to make my point?
Yeah. We took it outside the dating site. Yeah.
First text. Right?
We can go with that. I'm fine with first text.
Damn, can I finish?
But again,
we done took it outside the text. We done took it outside the date now. What you mean? Hold on, man. Damn. Do I get to talk at all?
Don't do that to me because you're not even in. You're not even like accepting what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you was obligated. I'm saying that it was the decent thing to do. That's what I'm saying. I agree with
I'm
you
trying
that,
to be
that
a
you
decent
don't have no
motherfucker.
obligations to me. You really fucking don't. But I'm saying at some
don't
point when
understand
you
what I'm trying.
at some point to when you started to make me feel like I was special to you, then yes, it was the decent fucking thing to do.
Michelle, your entire conversation is based upon the fact that the nigga's a fuckboy. I'm saying base your conversation and your answer based on I'm trying not to be a fuckboy.
But he didn't.
And how do
No,
I?
but we're not talking about him. We're talking about men. We're talking about men in general.
West M. Caleb wouldn't have been West M. Caleb.
We're talking about men in general.
I think we missed the point that he did it to fucking
No, you missing the point because you keep trying to fucking overtalk me, man.
But he did
you
it to fucking women.
I keep saying to you, right? Okay, let's take Caleb. Let's take this motherfucker, right? And let's just assume, right, that from the beginning, this motherfucker is just trying to be a good, responsible motherfucker, and he's trying to do what women want him to do, what he's heard women say. But he don't know at what point he owes our obligation to tell you how fucked up you are, right? And he ain't fucking with you, right? He knows that.
Even said that. At the end of the, when you start doing face-to-face stuff, you feel like it ain't for you.
Please let me finish. Goddamn.
But you saying the same thing over and over again. You trying to.
You ain't never letting me get to the goddamn point. That's why.
You
keep cutting me off. You keep cutting me off with the same bullshit, with the same shit over and over. That he's a fuckboy. And what I keep trying to say to you is he's a fuckboy because he didn't know where the line is. He didn't know where that line is. I could be the fuckboy tomorrow. I'm saying I don't know where the line is. Your only answer to me is I should. I'm asking you directly. The black man is asking a black woman in a relationship, where is it that I need to draw that line where you no longer become the bitch that you treat me like, right?
Look at your comments.
You no longer are the nigga that just gets ghosted, right? Because I never know when.
Look in your comments.
I'm not the nigga that is going to be ghosted until you ghost me, right?
Neil answered that question. I answered that question. It's in the comments. The women have commented in the comments. There was a couple of different areas that women felt like,
okay, look, hey, it's all vague when there is an expectation.
Right. How?
Look, no, read the rest of it. You can't just start there.
I'm going through all of them. At the end of the day, face to face, if she feel it's not, if you feel it's not the one for you.
Because at this point, he had started doing stuff outside the dating app. That's all I'm trying to say. Yes, he had started doing stuff outside
the dating app. That's what's confusing.
He started interacting with these women outside. I'm saying we met on the dating app, but after that, I gave you my number. You started taking me out. We went to dinner.
Every time I try to ask you this question, you cut me off, man. Every single time I've tried to ask you this question, you've cut me off. We're on the dating app for however long. Don't even matter. We're on the dating app for a month, fucking around in each other's chat box, whatever the fuck.
Right.
At some point, you give me your number.
Okay.
Right? And you tell me, text me. And I text you, right? And fucking you send me a picture. And now I don't like the background in the picture or whatever. Fuck, you keep a dirty house, whatever the fuck, right? One text, right? I got an obligation to tell you I'm not fucking with you because I think you keep a dirty house. I think that would be kind of absurd, right? That's why I keep saying at what point, because it's not when a motherfucker think, because some motherfucker might think, well, damn, she said when we get off the dating app, and now we off the dating app, first text in, right? I don't know you like that.
I was saying true that I answered that the first time you asked me that. To me, if you just need a point in time for the cast,
I'm saying for most women, not just for you, for most women, what would be acceptable? Because remember, we already acknowledged, and you did acknowledge that there is a point where a chick is saying, who the fuck did this nigga think he is talking to me like being in my motherfucking business telling me about my shit? Nigga, your shit is fucked up. Like, when is that shit ever received well? What I'm trying to say to you is that from the man's point of view, it ain't never going to be received well. So look, and it's funny too, right? The less time that we have in with you, the less obligated we feel to say any fucking thing to you about any fucking thing that goes on with us, whether we want to fuck with you or not, whether we got another chick, whether we not. Let me finish. The longer that we fuck with you and the more that we like you or the more that we deal with you, even if we discovering that we don't like you, the more uncomfortable it becomes to even have those conversations, even though you know that you feel an obligation to not just bounce. So what I'm trying to figure out is, where is that cutoff point? See, because you seem to think that the cutoff point is when it makes you feel fucked up.
Look,
and I'm saying, when is it not going to make you feel fucked up?
I'm going to take it from somebody's point of view that's not mine. Even when Keena said, maybe stating that, hey, at this time, I'm not looking for anything serious.
But I am. You just ain't it. Now you want me to lie to you. I thought y'all wanted us to be honest.
Okay, so that's how
I'm always coming from the point of view of being honest.
If that's how you're going to be, then I'm not even going to
being a dick about it.
You're not even fucking reading this statement. The statement said, maybe stating, I'm not looking for anything serious and been having clear intentions. To me,
but
no. Listen to me. Somebody that don't normally take people on face value who's in their life trying to do that now. Yes, if you say that to me and I continue to let my fucking feelings for you fester after that, but you kind of told me already, even if it was just a little hint, that, hey, I ain't really kind of looking for nothing serious right here. You said that. Now, if I take that anything to, and I'm gonna just base it on this particular statement. Say you said that on the third text, outside of us dating for a fucking month and a half, which I think is some rapport anyway. But I did say outside the date now. But say even on the third date or just texting like the third time, if you need something to go on. To me, once you state something like that to me, then yes, that's giving me the notion that, okay, you know what? Well, maybe he's not looking for nothing serious. So I need to make up my mind that if I do want to continue to fuck with them, then it's me taking a chance, knowing that he really not looking for something, or that I might not be the one. Now,
oh my God,
hold on.
Y'all moving
now,
so far. That's so not what we're talking about. What you mean now? You just said a whole.
What the fuck you did a whole. That's exactly what we talking about. You just want the fuck boy to be correct and he not.
I'm still asking a question that you still not giving me a fucking answer.
Okay, so my answer
don't got nothing to do with
no
this
answer I give you is gonna be right for you because you know I'm fucking right. He could have been
decent. Telling me nothing.
We just asking somebody to be decent. Well, I'm not asking you to send me a bouquet of flowers and say I'm sorry you're not the one into me or nothing like that. I'm just saying that guess what? If more people in this fucking world could give people a little bit of fucking closure.
All I'm saying, Shell, is all that shit that you saying right now is just too vague for a nigga trying to make a decision about hurting your feelings or not hurting your feelings.
Guess what?
It's just too vague. It's set up for a nigga to always be a fuck boy. That's what it's set up for. It's not set up for no understanding.
If you're not that emotionally
that shit that you're talking about is not set up. It's not set up for success.
And it sounds like
it just sounds like to me
shouldn't have been dating much less on no fucking dating app because his dumb ass got fucking caught. How many fucking women was linked to fucking dating? Moved about his shit. Nobody would be fucking caught doing about it.
What did he do? What did he get caught doing? What did he do? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's too fucking vague.
But
y'all shit.
Hold on. But you missing the fact that he did it to all these fucking women that actually linked.
What? Stop talking to
him.
What did he do?
Well, no, what I'm saying is that he had a habit of ghosting people. And that is
that's his habit. Regardless.
Okay,
if he want to stop talking to you.
Okay, well, when it started happening to your daughter, then you comment on it.
Baby, get over it.
Still
It's
not-
other dudes
you
out
still
there. Quit
focusing
acting
too
like
much
that.
energy on
Fuck
this
you mean?
nigga being wrong instead of helping me being right. And I think that's fucked up. Period.
It's fucked up then because you don't even want to hear what I'm trying to say.
I
can't.
keep trying to hear what I'm hearing exactly what you're saying. You just not giving me nothing that I can hang my hat on.
I
Tangible.
even
no
conceded
tangible
what I
answer.
initially said and said that
It's just
guess
too
what?
vague.
No,
Okay,
There's no
I'm just
tangible
gonna be
he
decent.
for that.
wasn't obligated.
Because
But
you
it
don't
was-
know.
But it was
I
just
get to
a
decide.
decent thing to
I
do.
get since I
That's
get
what
to
I'm saying.
decide. Since I have to decide what's decent, you don't get to criticize my choice.
And that's why,
Just
and
based
that's
on-
why right now,
Because
in the
I'm
black
asking
community,
you to
black
give
women and black
me.
men have this fucking
I'm
divide.
asking
That's
you.
why
I'm
we can't never
asking
come to
you
your
to
house and
give
sit down and
me
put our
your
backs
choice.
on the fucking
I'm
couch.
asking
We always
you
gotta
for
fucking
the
sit up like we
information,
got somewhere to go. We
and you
can't
just
fucking
want me to
relax.
figure it out.
That's fucking why. Because there's a divide. There's a difference between Venus and Mars. Yeah.
You still ain't hearing what I'm saying, are you?
And the killing part about it is that it's just, even with this podcast, even as it's talking, it's really that bad between men and women. It really is. It really
You
fucking
only
is.
want to be
That just
right.
means that none of us understand each other. And that's sad within itself. And it really is sad within itself.
All I'm hearing is that you right. I don't know what you right
I didn't
about.
say I was right. Actually, I conceded and said you was right. I just said that it could have been the decent thing to do.
And what
That's
I'm
all I
asking
said.
you is,
Now,
how do we determine what that decency is, Shell?
I told you when you decided you wanted to pursue me outside this dating app. Anything after that, if you wasn't interested anymore, then yeah, you should have told me. Even if you was gonna tell me straight up or in a roundabout way. I said that anything when we took it to like, okay, we gonna start some real shit. We gonna start texting every day or outside this. I'm gonna go on.
We ain't said none of that because you won't say none of that.
When we go,
we ain't said none of that because you won't say none of that. I keep asking you at what point. You ain't said none of that shit.
Right, talk to him. Tell him I answered that question 3 times over.
She was just saying it now.
You don't want to admit what I'm saying.
She was just saying it now.
I said that once we got outside that app and we started doing some real shit.
So with sex,
once we took it there, then yeah, if you wasn't interested, then tell me something.
In this scenario, they didn't even get that far.
Because guess what? On the app, I could delete that motherfucker. I could choose not to answer. There's many things I can do with the app. But once we decided that we were going to kind of go beyond the app, and I'm assuming that if we were going beyond the app, that we probably had started seeing each other face to face at some point. I'm just trying to take all those different point of views that went with going outside the app. I'm saying is that once we decided to go outside the app, if I wasn't what you was looking for, then yes, like Keena said, even if you wasn't going to tell me directly, it's other indications that men say to women that let them know that they're not the only one.
Yeah, like not fucking calling your ass back. That's the easiest. No conflict, no confrontation.
Okay, well then if you're gonna be an asshole about it,
no, I'm not being an asshole. This is what I keep trying to say, man. You keep trying to put a value judgment on the way that men think. I keep trying to explain to you that we think differently. If you want us, let me finish. Don't fucking cut me off again. If you want us, if you are not happy with the outcome when you leave the shit up to us, you gotta tell us what you want. You won't tell us what you want. All you keep saying is just be decent. You should know. It's a feeling. What I'm saying to you is,
so
niggas,
everybody that
no.
that Caleb L ghosted felt the same way. Everybody was wrong. Everyone, because it turned out to be a small harem.
Everybody was a woman.
So
everybody
all those women was wrong when they said, well, damn, girl, he did the same thing to me.
You know what's crazy?
All those women was wrong.
You know what's crazy?
I never said that.
So Bill Cosby didn't rape none of them women?
What the fuck are you talking about? I never said that he didn't go. You see where you're going with this? You see how you keep moving the goalpost? I never said nothing about this nigga didn't go.
end up.
Right
I
quick.
didn't.
Came up
I
with
never
what
said.
everybody was
I
lying.
never said this nigga did not ghost them.
So can we?
I never said this
we say
nigga
he
did
had-
not ghost. I never, ever said this nigga did not ghost them. Don't
Okay.
lie on
So
me.
can
I
we say
did
he had
not
a
say
pattern?
that this nigga did not ghost them. I never,
It would have
ever,
he had a pattern.
ever said that this nigga did not ghost
It would have
them.
appeared
Let me say it
he had
again.
a pattern.
I did not ever say that this nigga did not ghost these women. I am not even trying to justify or send this nigga no bail. My conversation with you, Shell, representing the black woman, me representing the black man, and we ain't in no relationship. You my cousin. I love you to death. I ain't never gonna change, right? I don't gotta have no understanding of how you think. But that's not what our purpose is on this podcast. What I'm telling you right now is what niggas is saying. Frank telling you the same thing. Like, we don't know what the fuck. You keep saying you're a fuck boy because you don't know. How do we get from keep making fuck boy mistakes if you won't give us the information we need to stop making these fucking mistakes? I ain't dated a gang of women. I ain't on no fucking app. But if I went on one, what could you tell me that has stopped me from becoming Caleb? You're never telling me nothing. You're just giving me these vague ass ideas, these idealistic ass fucking concepts, and then you make me make a decision. And when the decision is wrong, then I'm the fuck boy. Help me not be the fuck boy. Fuck Caleb.
Okay, so I didn't know that Caleb didn't know what the fuck he was doing when he decided to be
back to Caleb again. We're back to Caleb, right? So we back to Caleb, right?
Now that you
so we
told me
back to Caleb, right?
Caleb
Fuck
is
me.
not only fucking dumb,
Just
he's
fuck me,
fucking
right?
stupid.
So fuck me, fuck
And
me,
he should be fucking
fuck
dating.
me, and all the rest of the black men, right?
He shouldn't
We're
be
gonna
dating.
talk about Caleb, right?
Hold on, you know why? Because you should fucking know. If I tell you every fucking day when I come in the house that I'm tired of the dishes in the fucking sink, then that I told you I'm fucking tired of dishes in the fucking sink.
But you're not telling me
how
nothing.
many times I gotta fucking drop that? You know what?
All
when
you
you
saying
say
is
this, it makes me fucking feel like this. For you to fucking get it.
You saying
so you
be
want
decent.
me to give you a fucking list, bitch? I give you examples every fucking day. So if you
how are you giving a motherfucking examples
what
that
I'm
just
saying,
mean you on a fucking date now?
Okay, you know what? When we talked about such and such, it made me feel like such and such. And if we can't come back and we can't clear that shit up, or if I tell you that, hey, you know what? Hold on. If you was getting to know me, you would know that when I say something,
I wouldn't know nothing. If I was
hey,
getting to know you, I would be getting to know you.
Because I had such and such and such and such to do. If
So
you
I'm getting to know you, I would be
that
getting to
might
know
have
you.
been fucking rough for me. I don't know what to fucking tell you about that. Now, no. What I'm gonna say is that let's not fucking cry for Caleb, Arjun, fucking Tina. He ended up having a fucking harem of women that he was doing it to. Y'all act like it was the only fucking one woman he did it to. Women actually linked him that he did the same whole ass fucking bitch ass shit to me. So when are you got us the fact that Caleb not all the way copacetic, and I think Caleb knows clearly what the fuck he doing, which is why he a fuck boy.
Okay, so how do I stop from being that?
So no, you different.
No, help me.
Caleb. First of all, you gotta
No. I'm going.
You
I'm going on the app, and I'm gonna meet a.
You're not out there doing that to chicks. Caleb is.
You don't know what the fuck I might be doing. This is what I'm trying to say to you. You going a long way to avoid giving me good information. I'm your cousin. I'm saying to you, I don't know where the fucking line is, and I don't want to be a fuck boy. I'm going on a fucking dating app. Tell me where to draw the line at.
All I'm saying is that when you make it as personal as to what, hold on, you listening to me?
I'm listening.
When you making it as personal as to we taking it beyond this app. Hold on. Well, let me put it in layman's terms. Say all our relationship consists of like we exchange numbers at a party and we've been talking. So when we made the decision to start seeing each other outside or on the phone, then yes, if you wasn't interested, then just tell me so. And that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that when Caleb started taking the relationship outside the app, and then he started kind of doing things to maybe allude to like he was into these women, I'm not saying that he didn't have the prerogative or the option not to change his mind.
That's not what
But
I'm saying either, man. You keep arguing the same point. You
well,
made that
then
point an
we
hour and a
don't.
half ago.
And well, you know what? At an hour and 45 minutes, we're not gonna get it because I'm not getting what you're saying, and you're not getting
You
what I'm saying.
not,
All I'm
because
saying
you
is
keep
that
talking about.
I don't really think Caleb is a fuck dude, but I think Caleb just didn't do the decent thing. And we have different point of
Why
views
you keep
on.
talking about
Hold
this
on.
dude,
And we
and I keep
have
talking about
different
me?
point of views of where Caleb, where
Why
at what
do you
point,
keep
where
talking
at
about
what
him
point that
and
he
I'm
should have
talking
done
about
it.
me?
Okay, anytime you start playing with somebody's emotions, Keith, then that's just real.
How do I know? Apparently, this nigga didn't know. I wouldn't know if I'm talking to you on text and we ain't fucking serious. Look, here, let me tell you. Okay, here. No.
But hold on,
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ask my no. Let me answer my
You said I'm talking to you on text.
You did all the fucking talking. You did all the talking. We understand where you coming from.
On text and you was
No. You did all the talking. You did all the talking. We understand where you come from. I understand.
Well, you're the one who said that when we talking on
now
text,
I'm
we
gonna
got that
answer.
serious.
Now you, like I said, you did all the talking from the woman's perspective, and you did a very good job of explaining the woman's perspectives in the woman's voice. Whether I was satisfied with the answer or not, you satisfied with your answer. Now let me have an opportunity to tell you the male's perspective in direct answer to what Mama Dale said, without being cut off. Hopefully, right? So, from a man's point of view, when is it okay to cut off the conversation with the woman or the date? From the man's perspective, we don't got to do nothing unless we sleep with you. Because once we sleep with you, we go with you. That's where obligation begins. Anything before that is simply courtesy, right? Me trying to be a nice motherfucker, going out of my way to be nice, whatever the fuck. Because remember, this is the part that you never seem to acknowledge in this entire conversation, that the nigga didn't feel her. So for me to be on whatever scenario that I'm on and shit, right? And I'm talking to a woman on whatever level, and we haven't slept together, right? Then I always,
but see, that's the difference.
Let me finish.
No. That's the difference. We have a fucking baseline now. You never fucking gave a baseline. You never said, from your point of view, from when I
never let
with
me.
you.
You never let me.
I told you from my point of view that it was from where we took it outside the app. But you clearly always knew that it was after I fuck you. But you never said that. So after 18 Neil asked this question, now you want to say it. I totally fucking understand it now. Because we got two different baselines. You never said that. Out of an hour and 50 minutes, you never said that I consider it after I sleep with you. I always told you I felt like when we took it outside. What you saying now totally makes sense from your point of view.
You're just gonna fucking scream me to death and shit. You're not even gonna let me respond. Are you gonna let me respond? Are you gonna let me fucking respond? Are you gonna let me respond?
You can, but it don't make no sense now. Now you giving me a baseline and 2 hours into the podcast.
Listen to what I'm saying, man. Are you gonna let me talk at all?
You can, but it don't make no sense.
If you do
now.
all the fucking screaming, you're gonna always think you're right.
Well,
if you do all the fucking screaming, if you do all the goddamn screaming, how do you ever get anybody else's point of view?
It makes sense.
How you gonna tell me what I think? How do you tell me what I think?
It makes sense why we have
fuck that. How are you gonna tell me
point of
what
view?
I think?
Because that was your baseline. But I never knew. But I never knew that was your baseline.
Are you gonna let me fucking answer?
When you acknowledge the fact that I said that I knew you had a baseline, you never said that.
Question.
But now you got a baseline, so now we starting somewhere. I told you my baseline.
So
you never told me your baseline. So now you want to make it seem like you all the way right. No, you're not. You never gave me your baseline. So now I know why you feel the way you feel, and you'll never feel the way I feel because we have different baselines. That's all I'm saying. We never accept. If we would accept, when you kept on asking me what,
no, what? You doing all the fucking talking, man. You just making a point that don't make no fucking sense right now.
If you let me say something, what was the cutoff point for me? You never said what was the cutoff point for you.
If you would fucking let me answer the question, Shell. How can I tell you what I would do when you telling me about your point of view. This whole conversation, you never let me get to what a man would do. I kept saying to
You
you,
never
look,
said that. In my point of view, is after I sleep with you is when I feel like I
because
have an
you never let me
obligation.
get
You
there.
have more, no, nigga, you have more
You
than
never
enough
let me
time to
get, you
say that.
kept
You
cutting me
never
off.
said
I
that
said
one
it. I
point.
said it 15 times, Shell.
You
I
didn't.
said, Shell, I can't never get to my point because you
And
keep
even
cutting
when
me
you
off.
had the
You
floor,
keep
you
cutting
didn't
me
lead
off.
with
You
that.
keep cutting me off. You keep cutting me off. Then when you finally did let me talk, I said, look, man, you talking from the point of view of this nigga being wrong. I'm talking from the point of view of me never wanting to be wrong. Help me be right.
But you never
Because listen, let me
said
finish.
that, hey,
Let me
I
finish.
feel like for me,
Let me fucking
when I
finish
see with
without being
somebody,
cut off.
you
Can I
never
please
said
finish
that.
without being cut off? Can I please finish without being cut off? Can I please finish without being cut
You
off?
can,
Can
but
I
it seems
please
like we
finish
just went
without being
around in
cut off?
circles.
I'm
Because
not
you
going
never
around in
said
circles.
that in
I'm
the
answering your
beginning.
question directly. It's just that you got it fucked up and you don't want to fucking admit that you looking at it fucked up. Even to the extent
I'm looking at it from my baseline. You looking at it from yours. We're never going to agree. I'm acknowledging that. We
we
had two
didn't never
different
even get
baselines
to
of
look,
what we
man.
and
We've
what.
been
Hold
on the
on. You
podcast.
asked me from a woman's point of view. I told you, but you never told me that you consider that after I sleep with you,
It
that's
doesn't
when I might
matter,
feel more
Shell.
loyalty.
It
Yeah, it do
doesn't
because
matter.
well, would it,
Can you
if it didn't
please
matter, then
let
why
me
you was
tell
asking me
you
my?
why it doesn't matter? Can you please just let me tell you why what you're saying does not fucking matter at all for the argument you're making, man? It doesn't matter because I'm already for the whole 2 hours, I've been saying we got it wrong. If you let me try to figure it out, I'm gonna keep getting it wrong and keep being a fuck boy. So I need you to let me know where it's okay for you for me to stop. Where was the cutoff? That was what the conversation was. We never even got to the other side of the fucking conversation
I mean,
where the
that's about
nigga got an
effective.
actual feeling
That's
because the
about
nigga don't never got no fucking feelings that matter. How
that's
about
about
that?
that's about effectively communicating. That's about you hearing me when I say something.
You never let me talk, man. You've been fucking cutting me off this whole 2 hours.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking about with me and you. I'm talking about for that scenario that you just gave me. That's about effective communicating. If 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 you can't, and I'm assuming that you're my person. If you can't hear my silent cry, then I don't know what to say. I don't
talking
think
as though we in a
here we go. Well, okay, well, Key, that's the difference, and that's why I guess some things that we're not going to agree on, and I guess that
because you're not
hold on,
talking about the same
and I
thing,
guess,
man.
and I guess from a bigger point of view that's the plight of the black woman and the black man at this moment. That
But it seemed like that you
well,
wanted to be that
no,
that's the
no.
plight.
I'm just
What I'm
saying that
saying is that we need a solution. You
I'm not
saying that
saying
that's
that.
what it is, and that's what it
Listen,
is. So fuck
I'm
it.
saying
And
I'm
saying
saying that
we
we're
need a
cousins.
solution, and I'm willing to say fuck what my baseline is and move to yours, and you won't even tell me what yours is. It is fucked up. That's
I
what
gave a
black men keep
scenario.
feeling.
If I tell
That's what
you,
black men keep
if I
feeling.
if I
That
drop to you
there's
every day
never
how I
nothing,
feel
no
about
matter
something,
how hard
and
we
you don't
try.
pick on to it, then you not actively listening to me, or you not hearing me. And that's and that's the true
But
and
now
that's
you're talking about two people in a relationship. We're talking about two people that's just getting to know one another. I'm asking you, see, again, you keep personalizing shit, and I keep trying to talk in general terms. I'm talking as all black men in a dating situation on a dating app. How do we know where it is, the cutoff point where you can just say, stop calling the motherfucker?
you
And
okay.
let me
You
finish.
asked from a female's point of view, and I
I'm
gave you
asking
mine.
a black
I'm not
woman's, not your
gonna
point, not
I'm
what's
not going
good
to
for
sway
you.
on that. When we took it personal, besides what we were doing on that fucking match.com, then yes. Anything after that, anything after that.
So text message.
And that's what I'm saying.
So I send you a text message. Now I gotta hurt your feelings when I ain't feeling.
It's not even about hurting my feelings.
But that's what's gonna happen.
But guess what? But it
That's
does
what's gonna
somebody
happen.
listen. It does somebody more wrong in life for you just to drop them and don't say nothing.
I guess what I'm trying to say is this, right? Okay, so just to get off the specifics of this conversation. What I keep trying to, the overall point that I keep trying to make to you that you just don't seem to be hearing me is that Black men are confused by just this conversation. Like you poo-poo that off. You look at me like, nigga, what the fuck you mean confused? If you was a man, you'd know what I'm talking about. And what I'm saying is, as a Black man, we don't. We simply don't.
Let me ask
And
you.
wait.
No,
Don't cut me off. Let me finish my point.
I'm gonna give you. Hold on.
No, let me finish my point. No, don't hold up. Don't hold up. Ain't no hold up. You've been cutting me off all fucking night. Let me finish my goddamn point, and then you can close this shit out. Black men are saying, we don't know. And not only are we getting it wrong over and over because we are going by what we thinking. We are willing to go by what you want. We're willing to abandon what the fuck we think is reasonable and do what you want if you can only tell us. We always do. The only time you motherfuckers ever is pissed off at us if it's something we have no fucking idea about. Every fucking time. If it's something that we know about, I mean, you know, some dog ass niggas, like you say, it's motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about your feelings. We're talking about a motherfucker that's really a good motherfucker trying to build with your ass, really trying to go somewhere. Number one, we don't want to hurt your feelings. You're a Black woman. If you smell bad, your feet is big, whatever the fuck, I don't want to fucking tell you that. You might be saying, yeah, it's better for you. You want me to tell you. What I'm saying is, it's a big fucking problem for me, more than just you getting the information.
Let me ask you something.
Now you expect for me, right, to say, fuck that, nigga. You know I want you to tell me, you know what I'm saying, what's wrong with me once we get off the date now. If you ain't fucking with me, you need to tell me why. And I'm saying to you, okay, I hear you. I hear you with that, and I'm gonna try to see what I could do about that. But do you hear me saying how difficult that's gonna be for me? No, you don't.
Let me ask you.
You don't hear me saying that.
Let me ask you something. Say you dealing with a chick, and at this point that it's not even about that what you know about me or what I know about you, but basically is, let me just run a scenario for you. Say you've been dealing with somebody coming into a year and a half of dealing with them. Birthday.
Damn. Now we're talking about something different.
Thanksgiving.
You know that. You already know
Christmas.
That's something different. You already know
Martin
that's
Luther
something
King.
different. You already know
Well,
that ain't what we're talking about.
No.
You already know that ain't what we're fucking talking about.
You want to run it like y'all so fucking stupid from the jump. But let me tell you something. Do I have to fucking tell you I like perfume for you to fucking buy me perfume just because? I would figure that if you was into me, you might want to buy me a fucking bottle of perfume or do something nice because you was into me. Do I have to tell you I want fucking perfume? Do I have to fucking beg you to buy me a fucking gift? If I do, I'm already gone. So when you ask me why I'm gone, I don't owe you no fucking explanation. Bitch, you should have did something nice for me. Out of the year and a half we was fucking around.
And see, this is what I'm talking about, right? Where it's so different and shit, right? Like, you would take that to mean that a motherfucker is some punk ass motherfucker, and I would say that niggas
don't you just stupid.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Well, whatever, right? You gonna make a value judgment on this nigga's character because he ain't interested in something that he ain't interested in. You interested in perfume. He don't give a fuck about perfume. But check this here. If you tell this nigga, that you want some fucking perfume,
because you don't want to
I bet you get some.
I agree with you and said no, he didn't have an obligation. I just said it was the decent thing to do. It was the decent thing to do, and I'm gonna stand on that.
I bet you will get some perfume if you tell a nigga that you want some perfume.
Why I gotta tell you
want a
what
nigga to figure it out.
You
Every
supposed
nigga
to
can't
be my man. Why can't you just say I want to give you some fucking perfume because that's just how much you mean to me?
Because that ain't what he into, and that ain't how his mind. He ain't a woman. But that's why.
2 hours. If we gonna continue this,
why can't you figure out? Why can't you figure out how to make a homemade motherfucking snake and snake that goddamn toilet out when that bitch is backed up and it's 3:30 in the fucking morning? Because you know why? That ain't what the fuck you do. Now, if I told you how to do it, if I told you, hey, look, man, that plunger ain't gonna work, You're going to need to stick a coat hanger down there with the toilet paper wrapped around the coat hanger, jiggle that motherfucker back and forth. You'll see the fucking clump of shit come up. I bet you'll go do it. Same way with me about them motherfucking flowers and candy and perfume. I don't give a fuck about no flowers, candy, or perfume. The only reason I'm in the fucking perfume store is because you let me know that you like perfume, and I'm trying to do something good for you. I don't give a fuck about perfume, how you smell on it, none of that shit. That's some chick shit. I do that shit for you because you made it known. But goddamn it, don't tell me I should have known. I ain't no fucking broad. What the fuck you mean I should have known? You should have fucking told me. How about that?
You gotta be fucking
I tell you every motherfucking thing I need. You ain't got to figure a motherfucking thing out about your man. That nigga will give you a map to how to be in a relationship with him. Walking, talking, motherfucking map. But with you, I got to figure everything out. Get the fuck out of here. I'm asking the questions to figure it out. You don't even want to give me that. It's like you setting me up to be a fuck nigga.
I started a room on Clubhouse in this.
All right. Well, we got in and off and live today, everybody. I want to thank everybody for joining us on YouTube and Facebook Live. Shout out to the other Piranhas, Nick Nass and my boy, Mr. Franklin Flyer. Shout out to the comment section. Been kind of jumping. If you joined us on the YouTube side, on the Facebook side of the game, join us over there on the YouTube and give us a sub over there. If you joined us on either platform, jump over to the Clubhouse and link in with the Piranha Pond channel. Thank you, Mama Nell. Was a hot topic. I knew it was going to be. Join us over at the Piranha Pond Clubhouse room. We'll be getting it on. Look like Shell making a room right now. You guys know what it is, what it has been, and what it always will be. We have been live at 6:05/7:05 Central from the Piranha Pond StreamCast, and now we are